March of 2018 was the last time we did a state championship road trip. I've been ready to head out again for a while, but the pandemic happened and I don't actually get to decide when we do these things. It's up to our talented local athletes. Well, recently, 2 athletes won state track and field gold medals. So let's hit the road. First off is in Fountain Springs. I'm with Sarah Wagner, state champion in the long jump, 2 other medals at the state track and field meet as well. Congratulations, triple jump and 200-meter dash, right?
Yes, correct.
Very nice. Talk about going out there and just what that was like, and the whole day. Is it a whirlwind? Have you had time to process what has happened yet?
No, I've been busy ever since that, because our send-off, that was just a great experience, everything. The first 3 days of states, I mean, I don't know, it was like the best time of my life. We had our send-off, and then the days that we were there, we went out to eat that night, and then that was awesome because we got some team time. And then just the whole day of states, it was just kind of like a blur. I mean, it was a long day, but it went super quick, so it was just super fun.
Based upon what you said, I have 2 big questions. One is, what was your send-off? Did the school get together and send everyone, get you guys in a bus, or?
Well, they actually picked us up at our house in a limo, so that was awesome. And then we drove around the elementary and the high school, and all the kids waved to us, so it was just good.
That is a great send-off. I'm glad I asked. Number 2, and I'm sure everyone will wonder at home, what did you have at the team meal that night before the state championship?
I got seafood pasta. We went to an Italian restaurant, so.
Right. Seafood pasta before a big day of track, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't think I could do that, but I get the carbs, yeah, all right. I didn't even mention yet that North Schuylkill won the state AA team championship, and I asked you had 5 athletes out there, very, very good athletes, but did you ever think, hey, with this contingent we have out here, we're possibly going to be on top of the medal stand today between the 5 of you?
No. There were teams there with a lot more girls than us, and none of us even thought that would happen. But after my one event, the one guy was like, "You guys are in the running for first place," and I was like, "All right, yeah." Actually, when I was younger, I did Hershey track and field, so I knew I kind of wanted to do something, but it was just a standing broad jump, you didn't run and jump into it.
Okay.
But I was pretty good at that, so that was fun. And then there was a Mount Carmel track and field camp for when I was 10 years old or something, and I did the running long jump for the first time, and I jumped 11 feet, and everybody was amazed by this. They're all like, "You have to watch this girl." So I don't know, ever since then it's just kind of something that I always wanted to do in high school.
In long jump, I saw it came down to the last jump, as it seems to always do when I read these articles, right? So take me to that moment, and what are you talking about with coaches? Are you talking about anything, or is it just, all right, just putting it all out there?
It was just putting it all out there on my last one, hoping that I didn't foul on it too, because if you bring your speed, sometimes you go over the line, but that time it didn't. I mean, it was very nerve-wracking, to say the least. Only a few inches away, and my last jump, and she still had another jump after me too, so it was we had to wait a while because one girl came back from a race and they let her sit down and relax, and I was just sitting there come on.
Is there anything you could do in the air, or is it at that point now you're going where you're going, you're landing where you're landing?
Pretty much, but halfway through I started swimming through the air almost, using my arms and legs to carry me that extra few inches, and that worked pretty good.
Sarah, what's that feeling like? It's got to be unique in sports when you do jump that far and long. I think it was 17 feet for your long jump?
Yep, 17.9.
Okay, what is that feeling like? I mean, I know it's a big competition, but does it feel so freeing up there, you're in the air for a bit?
Yeah, it just feels like you're flying through the air. I remember, like I said, when I did the Mount Carmel track and field, the first time I ever took off with my long jump, it just felt like I was flying, and it was so much fun.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much. Congratulations on the state championship. This is stop number 1 on our state championship road trip. I don't have a limo, but I'm jumping back in the Subaru Impreza. We're heading north to Hazleton. Hazleton area junior and state champion Abbey Hengst is with us right now, winning the javelin at the state AAA championships. Congratulations. What do you do after you win a state championship? I mean, immediately after, and then 10 o'clock at night. What were you doing after that?
The whole night I was basically still trying to figure out what happened that day. It was almost like that day didn't even happen. I texted my dad a couple times. I said, "This really happened, right?" Trying to make sure it actually happened. But yeah, the whole night it was just basically looking back on the season, looking back on especially state championship day. Definitely an amazing season that I had.
maybe not even just the sports quote of the year, but the quote of the year in Steve Stallone's article. You said, "It's been a rough year sports-wise, school-wise, mental health-wise, and physical-wise. It's been all over the place." And then you said, "In this time that we're in, you're just looking for something to shine. Finally, I got that." I mean, I think you kind of speak for everybody saying that.
Yeah, I'll be honest, even though it's something like amazing that happened in my life, at the same time it was like a big relief. Like, I've went through a lot this past year, and so has many other people, and I'm sure many other people are also looking for that moment to shine throughout their life right now. So it was definitely a huge relief getting that medal, knowing that all the hard work that was put into it came to a close, and it was all worth it at the end. So definitely it was a big relief and a big thing to make me more happier in the times like this.
Yeah, you put so much work in. Steve Stallone mentioned too, you had an injury you had to work through. I mean, can you describe what this year was kind of like for you?
Oh, it was a rough year, definitely, because it's like mental health during this season. It's hard because you're either in isolation, you're trapped inside your house all the time, you can't go out. So it's always that feeling of like loneliness, I guess you could say. And it's hard, it's definitely hard, but coming here and having a way out of that definitely helped a lot. And with the injury-wise, it was always tough. My whole technique had to change this year. I had to do a bunch of different things just to try and make the throw work, especially without hurting my leg. So every single meet, every single practice was always a let's try our best kind of thing.
Your coach, Nick Gaudiano, I assume he was the one helping you work on your technique and changing it this year?
Oh yes, he was definitely doing anything and everything he could, searching up different techniques, trying to find anything that could help me without having to do with any pain. So he was doing anything and everything in his power to try and help me with the technique. He's a great coach.
I feel like, and maybe you don't realize this, maybe you do, that your story, it's very inspirational. I mean, for people in the Hazleton area who see it in the Standard Speaker, like on the front page, like local athlete wins state championship. Even the message I think you have today, I think for a lot of people it says, hey, things can get better. Do you feel that at all? Are you happy maybe just to bring that to some people?
Yeah,
If
it's
that's
like,
the case?
I always want to bring a positive kind of side to everybody. That's always my big focus, just to try and make anyone happy. You never know what someone's going through, so that's always been my big thing. I mean, maybe I don't feel it yet, but at the same time, even if I'm trying, even if I'm saying it right here, I hope it reaches out to somebody, because things do get better and it will get better.
Two talented athletes, two inspiring stories. I hope you enjoyed this state championship road trip. For SSPTV Sports, I'm Ken Cara.